Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of G.O.D.S. One World Under Doom, Issue 1, 2025. So, I was like, alright, let's see what's going on here. It's $4.99, and I really fucking enjoyed this one. But, before we get into that, there's a little bit of comic news. I am going to switch back to doing the, to waiting for the solicitations to have like physical things. Move my things real quick because it's easier to kind of flip through them, and I kind of like actually having something physical to do. That way I don't miss any certain kind of ones, and I can actually flip through because I have a better idea of what goes on. Sometimes when you do it from a website article, it doesn't do it completely. Like, sometimes the order goes weird or it doesn't load correctly, and it kind of just fucks with you. So, just to let you know about that. And then, next thing is we got news about a new kind of Spider-Man that they're doing. Marvel just revealed the end of 2099, and the debut of Spider-Man 3099 will blow your mind. Pretty much how, like, an end thing is kind of coming. Now, the design on Spider-Man 3099 looks pretty damn cool. So we'll kind of see what goes on with there. Written by Steve Orlando, art by Ibrahim Robson. No wait, Robertson. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But I'm like, ooh, okay, just a little bit of like tidbit stuff. Since this is kind of like its own kind of like little one-shot thing, I decided to kind of put those kind of in there. So let's crack into this. So, of course, this is going off of the God stuff that Hickman did, and I have to say, I really liked North's handle of these characters, so let's kind of crack into this. Because we've got, like, the powers that be, and the natural order things, and that whole kind of cosmological kind of order and everything, and I think they do a pretty good job of giving us the information if you're like, what the hell is G.O.D.S, and how is this tied into One World Under Doom? If you're a fan of G.O.D.S, and what was kind of set up there, I think you'll like this. If you're a fan of One World Under Doom and just want to see Doom being Sorcerer Supreme, there's stuff like that in here. If you're just going specifically for Doom, I would kind of tend to just tell you to kind of shy away from that. But if you're liking what's going on with One World Under Doom, this, I think, would potentially give you some value add rather than I need it. You know what I mean? Alright. Oh, look, that's me. Mia DeMaria. You might not guess that on account of how sad and depressing my life looks, and also is. I study at Columbia University, and I'm supposed to be devoting myself to researching high energy and transient astrophysics as part of my applied science degree, but I have a job that eats up way too much of my time. On top of that, I have the worst boss in the world who doesn't respect me, and I'm not even sure he knows my name. I'm serious. I honestly don't think he does. And I'm poor, and I'm tired, and overworked, and overtired, and I'm falling behind at school, and I'm adrift, and I want to quit everything. And I know what you're thinking. If her job sucks so much, why doesn't she stop doing it? Because I can't. I'm a chained apprentice to my boss, Win. It's a magic job. Turns out they don't let you quit those. Like, I felt for Mia when I saw stuff in, like, the G.O.D.S trade and everything going on with that. But I really feel for her here. Speak of the devil. Oh, yeah. And we got a little Spidey there. Spidey! Apprentice, I have need of you. That was locked, Win. I'm the avatar of the powers that be, the great and endless god of magic, and you know what's more powerful than them? I'm sure you'll tell me. Well, your precious natural order of things science god might give her a run for her money one day, but Earthlocks definitely won't. Earthlocks, you talk like you're above us. But you're just some guy, Wayne. Apprentice, you wound me. This guy, for your information, was specifically selected by the powers that be over 1,000 years ago and given immortality in exchange for being her avatar. And said avatar never stops talking about it. Like, I like that they mix it in with Wynn's character, which he kind of probably would go that kind of route to give us that kind of information. And I like the paneling there. There's Jeff. Meanwhile, we scientists serve as your chained apprentices, don't get immortality, but still have to follow you around so Science God can keep an eye on Magic God as part of some ancient compact that prevents war or reality collapsing or whatever. See, I knew you were paying attention. The powers that be really prefer you address her by her proper name, though. I'm the chained apprentice, dick shit! Like, I'm like the god, like the Science God one that's supposed to look in on your shit. Well, so do I. My name's Mia Wynn, not Apprentice. Apprentice was just short for Apprentice Mia. It's a sign of respect, and I promise I'll remember it this time. You won't. I'm like, yeah, this does come to bite Wynn in the ass. You're supposed to be instructing me in magic, Wynn, but you only come here when you need something. You treat me like a hired hand. Well, we can argue about it later because the world's ending, and only we can save it. Come on. You're telling me the whole truth, Wynn? The world is ending, literally ending? Absolutely. And only we can save it. You and me, 100%. Well, 95%, 80%. Actually, the natural order of things would probably peg it at 66%. He's so literal. Look, we need one more person, Mia. Who? Oh, you'll love him. I'm sure you've heard of him already, actually, as he's pretty much opening up a portal pretty coolly. Art's really on point here. I like how they do Wynn, Mia, and of course... I'm led to understand he's the Emperor of the world now. Doom, Wynn, we can't. You can't. Already did. No going back now. That, I really like seeing the portal and everything, and Doom. Looking like Doom there. Sir Redwyn, Avatar of the powers that be, to what do I owe the pleasure of you trampling through my magical defenses like they're not even there? Speak quickly now, for I have many scientific countermeasures far beyond your ken, which I am barely holding back. Doom, Emperor Doom. Fine, Emperor Doom. I'm Wynn, as you seem to know, which is nice, flattering really. This is the proxy in service of the natural order of things, my chained apprentice. And what do I say when introduced to the Emperor of the world? Hi, I'm Mia. Mia DeMaria. Mia's fine. I've never been so afraid in my life. Doom exudes strength, confidence, and a barely contained rage. Yep, that's pretty much how that kind of works. You are lying to me, Redwyn. You think I, as Sorcerer Supreme, wouldn't detect how magically attuned she is. This is no mere proxy to a petty god. This is a young and as yet untrained sorcerer. This is raw, unformed clay. Of course, Doom pretty much like, I can use this shit. He makes it sound like a compliment. I try to take it as one. Do it for your confidence, Mia. Okay, yes, Emperor, she is. The sorcerer part of me. Long story short, she has magic potential, but when she was recruited to the science side, that meant her magical growth would forever be stunted because the gods are petty like that. But my ex-wife who recruited her got her unrecruited at great personal expense, and now she's my apprentice. So she is not a true proxy to the natural order of things. Not exactly, but let's just say the gods don't look at these things too closely. The spirit of the agreement is maintained, if not its letter, so we're good. Doom does not care for your petty drama, Redwyn, nor does he care for you. But Mia, you combine science and magic in a way few others do, save for Doom. It's like, yeah, he only likes her because she reminds him of her. It's like, okay. You have thus far managed to keep two masters happy. Could not have been an enviable task. A thought comes unbidden. This man could destroy me in an instant. And then a second thought. He doesn't want to. Yeah. That's like good thinking there. I see potential. Right. Same. Obviously. Tons of potential and definitely why I chose her. Right. Doom puts his question to you a second time, Redwyn, and he will not repeat it again. Why are you here? Look, Emperor, the boss doesn't care who runs the world. But there are certain duties that the Sorcerer Supreme must perform that she does care about, and I am aware I've already delegated the matter to Spider-Man. He will handle it or he will die. You all read the 8 Days of Spider-Man in Amazing Spider-Man 61 to 70, right? Tom was like, yeah, but that's just one bit, Doom. You know. Not that one, Emperor. They're magical symbols, sigils sustained within the sun's core. They're there to keep certain demons who famously love hellfire and heat away from it. Without them, said demons would devour the sun from the inside out in an orgy of consumption, thereby killing all life in the solar system. These sigils, Doom, are failing. In fact, they've already decayed so much that they cannot be repaired here from Earth. To be fixed, these sigils must be re-enchanted from inside the sun's core. And I hate to break it to you, Emperor, but this one's got to be done personally. And I'm like, okay, we got a little bit of magic with the demons pretty much eating the sun, but it's kind of a science thing of like, that would kill all life. And I really love how we get the progression here of like, we're there in the dirt, and we're like, oh, demons and shit, oh, fuck. Fascinating. For once, Redwyn, you appear to be speaking the unvarnished truth. I'm sorry, what? All life in the solar system depends on a handful of magic spells, and nobody's bothered to maintain them! Yes, Mia. Welcome to, like, a lot of the world. A lot of things that people say that they should do or are doing, they fucking don't. And then it's like, oh shit, my ass and my pubes are gonna get fucking toasted as shit. It's like, okay. Yeah, he's Sorcerer Supreme. He's supposed to, and you're the fucking avatar of the powers that be. You didn't think this needed your attention before it became a crisis? As she fucking bops him, and it's like, yeah. How can you and all the other magic users be so damned irresponsible as to let something so necessary for all of us depend on one single person? Very true. Worry not, Mia. While you are correct, and your outrage against Wynn and his ilk is justified, rude, fuck off, it can still be repaired. If Doom were to combine his magic with Redwin's, and with yours, Mia, then we could voyage there to the sun's core amid the inconceivable heat and pressure, and make what repairs are necessary inside a temporal bubble of normal space. I was hoping you'd say that. I have no idea how much longer the sigils will hold, except that it's not very long. We need to go now. Doom requires a moment of preparation. Then seeing him doing his green magic. And I do like that they pretty much have different kind of colors for different kind of sorcerers, and Doom's being green. And now, Doom is ready. Then let's begin. I've got a spell ready to go, so we'll just need to add your magical prowess to the mix, Emperor. You two apprentice, Mia. The name is Mia Yu. But now's not the time. All life hangs in the balance, so I do what I can. I feel a tug like being pulled in every direction at once as we see them doing their shit. It's like, ooh, that's pretty cool. Always when you're doing this kind of shit, magic, science, all that kind of stuff, you gotta make it look cool. God, look at that shit. That's fucking beautiful there. Fucking crazy, chaotic, awesome. And suddenly we're there, inside the sun, which is to say, we're inside a gargantuan, blinding, and continuous nuclear explosion. Holy shit, we're all dead. Thank you, Mia. Yes. And I love seeing the scale there of them. Like, the bubble is small compared to the sun, and then them, and then literally not that. It's like, yeah. Oh, almost did a wrong page there. Only if we fail, Mia, and I assure you, Doom does not fail, as we see them kind of doing some shit. It's like, ooh, sigils. And I really like that we then shifted to kind of like black borders and stuff, and keeping certain kind of stuff in the background with the sun and all that. Unfortunately, the power of the sigils is restored only once all of them are repaired. We must make haste. Mia, Doom would appreciate your assistance. No, I can't win. Redwin is not in charge here. Join me, Mia. It's like, okay. I will demonstrate how to bolster your magic alongside mine. See how my thumb grazes the mount of Apollo? And then showing her shit. I'm like, okay, Doom's an asshole, but he actually teaches her stuff. And she takes actual great lessons from this and learns not to trust Doom. Wynn never teaches me these things. He expects me to figure it out on my own. Doom is not Redwin, and you are a quick study. But I notice your magic is stunted. Wynn told you, I got my wings clipped once, so that's not what I'm referring to. Magic is powered by the unshakable belief that one's spells will work. It is one of the reasons why Doom is Sorcerer Supreme. But you, Mia, you do not have appropriate faith in your own spellcasting. Why? Wynn says, no. I do not care what Wynn says. Cast now, as strong as you can. It's like, yeah, get her for that belief and shit. As we kind of see her kind of getting that kind of feeling that we had seen in the God's trade back of her in the future. Good, well done. Now then, what I care about is simple. Why do you, Mia de Maria, allow others to prescribe the borders of your potential? Very true. Test that shit yourself. I mean, Doom's saying actionable, good advice. You still do not trust him. Despite what I've heard, despite who he is, I find myself liking him. Emperor Doom is kind to me in the way a teacher is kind. But what kind of teacher? I've had a lot of good teachers. It's always teaching you so you get it and understand it and better yourself for it. What is Doom's objective, though? That is more than sufficient, Mia. And any more and you risk overcharging the sigils. We must attend to the others. And when he calls me what he calls me next, I can't tell if he's using it to refer to the one who studies under Wynn, well done, apprentice, or under himself. That's what you got to watch out for. You know, I never got the chance to ask him. Scree, Doom, if you could speed it up, that'd be great, because I don't think the demons are waiting anymore, as they pretty much pop in and like, Mia, Wynn, hold back the demons while I repair the remaining sigils. Do not fail. We attack the demons with everything we've got, and I do like seeing them kind of switch it up and everything. Of course, them using their kind of weapons that they're kind of attuned for. Mia with her giant kind of like battle kind of staff, Wynn with his knife. And they fight back. Let me see. We attack the demons with everything we've got. And they fight back just as hard. They're furious, frantic. It's a hunger they can't control. If they got past us, they'd win everything they've ever wanted. Doom regularly shouts over the sound of battle, telling us how many sigils are remaining. His voice is calm, commanding, and unafraid. He knows I can do this. He trusts me. Doom trusts me. And that feels great when somebody trusts you, but the thing is, it's got to be mutual. You have to trust them, and they have to trust you. Any kind of imbalance in that part really breaks it down. That demon looks fucking gnarly. And I refuse to let him down. That's a badass pose there. I really would like some more. I'd pretty much like to see how North would handle the kind of gods kind of stuff, and I really would like to see more of Mia and everything. Kind of looking through, yeah, there we go. Good staple. No loose pages. Then we see Wynn and Mia casting a kind of spell, and it's purple. We do it. As Doom repairs the final sigil, we banish the demons back whence they came, as they're pretty much getting sucked into that purple vortex. It's like, shit. But not before they get off a final spell of their own. No, their incantation is neutralized. Incantation. It neutralized our magic. The sigils are immune, but the bubble's collapsing. You hear me, Doom? The bubble's, in a fraction of a second, faster than we can react, faster than we can even see. Solar plasma rushes in to fill this empty space, and we are obliterated. Or we would be, if not for Doom. It's like, yeah, Doom doesn't like to tell people shit. Doom may be Sorcerer Supreme, but unlike you, Redwin, he does not rely solely upon magic. It is too capricious. Very true. This device I created before we left. It was activated adjusting our strong and weak nuclear forces, making us intangible, and thus we are untouched by the maelstrom around us. Oh, great, Doom! Terrific work there! I'm so glad you used science to keep us alive for what? 20 minutes? 15? How long are the batteries on that gizmo gonna last? And, oh, hey, incidentally, can it send us back to Earth, or are we just delaying the inevitable? It cannot send us back, no. It alters nuclear force, which requires a remarkable amount of energy. We have 3 minutes, Redwin. 3 minutes?! Wow, I'm glad I've got so much time to consider my fate before we all burn! I would advise you, Redwin, to hold your tongue. And I would advise you, Emperor, the next time you want to build yourself a plan B, to maybe try thinking ahead just a little bit more. And Doom's like, fuck you, and just blasts his ass. He's like, please stop. Oh, seems our atoms aren't intangible to each other. Fun! You dare speak to Doom this way, Redwin. You dare tell Doom to think ahead. You, who let this problem fester until it required us to travel to the sun's very core to fix it. Right in the nuts. You damned immortals. You float above everyone for so long you become accustomed to the concerns of the world not touching you. Very valid hit. You surrender any responsibility you have to care. Oh, I care. I care that in a few minutes you two are going to die and I'm going to burn here forever. Witness, Mia. This is the value of death. Yes, it puts terrible limits on your potential. Yes, it robs us of those we love. But in return, it gives us the gift of ensuring that men like Redwin can trouble us only fleetingly. And even if he cannot die, he can most certainly suffer. It's like, he's not wrong in thinking of it that way. I'm like, god damn. Oh, you love death that much? We got us a regular Thanos over here? Well, good news, Doom. You're going to get to experience it real soon. How much time do we have left? A minute? You have 67 seconds, Redwin. We, however, have all the time in the world. As we see a thing going on. It's like, whoop. As they get back. It's like, him taking Mia back. See, the thing is, most likely people would be like, Doom wouldn't do that. But Doom, depending upon what he is and who's writing him, if they go more villainous, they'd leave Mia. If they go that he's more the kind of person that could potentially have that heroic edge, he'd take her back like this. Emperor, Mia. You're wondering how Doom accomplished it. Doom created 2 devices, one on my person to render us temporarily intangible, and the other, left here, which used my castle's technology to teleport us back after a suitable delay. The second device was as necessary as the first. Doom would never build technology that allowed him only to suffer before certain death. No, it's about when. I don't want him to die, Doom. And this is where we see that even though Mia appreciates Doom's compliments and everything, this is where we start seeing the differences. Yes, Wynn has been an asshole. Mia doesn't want him to die or to kill him. Curious, he does not care for you. I know. I don't like him that much either. He's careless and thoughtless, and look. Yeah, there's a lot... There's a lot of relationships that people could have with other people. It's like, listen, I don't want them to die, but... Yeah. I don't know where my life is going to take me, okay? And I know I've already screwed it up a ton. But I also know in my bones that I don't want to be the kind of person who leaves someone to burn for eternity inside the sun. Thank you. And I really like this. We see Doom kind of pausing, and we also see the eye there, like, Then ask me, Mia. You have earned a favor today. I can save him, and maybe even choose to do so, if you ask me to. And it's like, that imperious kind of panel there, and then Mia like, what the hell? And I really like how we kind of end this off. No. Thank you, Emperor, but no. Fascinating. Why? Because I don't want to be the kind of person who owes Doom a favor, either. Thank you, Mia, for being so very smart. He can talk you up. He can say this, all this kind of want. But at the end, you're able to suss out and understand, I don't want to owe Doom. And then we see her just sitting there, and then knock, knock. Coming. When? Glad you made it. And of course, he's singed and everything. I just love that full page. And I kind of love their different kind of colors. I like, of course, I'm more partial to kind of Wynn's kind of outfit. But Mia's there with the yellow and the red. It really suits her. How did he? How did I? How did you? By finding my own way. I suspected the sun demon curse couldn't last forever, and it didn't. It wore off after a few weeks. In the meantime, I've been researching teleportation magic because I'm damn good at research, Wynn. Yeah, good on you, Mia. Researching is important. And I developed a spell that grabbed someone from the recent past and plunked them back home in the present. I had some magic tomes you lent me months ago that were particularly helpful. I can't decide if you orchestrated that or not. And I don't want to know. You're on thin ice as it is. You could have grabbed me a little earlier, you know. Doom's tech began failing and I could feel the heat, the pressure, and I'd started to. You're welcome. I am welcome. Thank you. I like that. He's trying to complain about certain kind of stuff, but she's like, you're welcome. He actually does thank her. I went to Doom first, figuring he was the one who saved me. He's impressed by you too, you know. And I think he might be in the market for an apprentice. Yeah, you better watch your ass. No, I have to say this. Look, Mia, when what Doom said about me, he wasn't wrong. I do tend to float above it all untouched. I mean, me and the powers that be, we do good work, but we don't have any skin in the game, and I like him acknowledging that. Some people just do fucked up shit and have no skin in the game, and then you're surprised when they fucking be like, oh, and what? And I think that does change things. Maybe that's where the apprentices come in, to keep us grounded. Yes, are you finally fucking learning that shit? Not to, like, it's not so that they're like a sacrifice, but for you to be like, I care about this person. And on that subject, I owe you an apology. When you lived as long as I have, and had so many apprentices as me, you kind of get so used to them washing out or meeting with some terrible fate that you maybe don't bother to learn their names. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. The anime Friedrun has certain kind of ones, like Friedrun and her master's master. You would think that they wouldn't do that, but it's important for them to remember their names and their favorite spells and stuff. It's like, yeah. So I'm sorry. Doom saw something in you I should have seen a long time ago, and even though I know you can't quit, thanks to that whole chained apprentice thing, I want you to know that things will be different moving forward. Oh, they definitely will. See, I'm not your apprentice anymore, Wynn. I won't lie to you. This feels great. And the thing is, Wynn is still smoking, and I like seeing that hand wash, reaching out with that. I said, okay, what's your play? But no, you're the chained apprentice. You can't win. You know one of the reasons Doom's so powerful is because he knows his value. He won't allow himself to be made less than anyone else. True. And it's got downsides, absolutely, but my god, it's got upsides too. So I'm not your apprentice anymore, Wynn. You're not my boss. You teach me, I teach you, and we work together as equals. We both get direction in our lives. Yeah. The gods won't care. You yourself said they're not looking too closely. We do this together, Wynn. And if you do want to see me as chained and subservient, then hell, you can try that too. And we'll both see how well that works out for you. If this is going to work, there's one last thing he has to give me. And I shouldn't have to ask for it. So yeah, it's a test. And finally, Wynn passes. Mia Cecilia Di Maria. Partners it is. And I'm like, yeah. Of course, it shows off some more of One World Under Doom stuff going on. And then showing One World Under Doom issue 6 coming up soon. So, I really enjoyed this because I liked how frantic Win was on certain kind of things and whimsical and doing his kind of shit. And Mia, god damn it, I empathize with her so much because she's kind of like me. Like, I'm that detail-oriented kind of person. I kind of have my own goals and things, and you got this motherfucker cracking around me and like, oh yeah, the sun's gonna fucking die. It's like, god. And you knew about this, and you just waited for it to come to, like, pube-burning kind of things, though, for some fucked up reason, some assholes have to have that fucking under-the-gun kind of stress on them to actually do shit, and I don't know, I play it more that Win was just kind of like, oh yeah, I kind of have to deal with this now, and then getting Doom in on it, because Doom is more focused on his objectives rather than doing the complete and utter stuff with the Sorcerer Supreme. You see that in his delegation to Spider-Man and all the shit that happened with him doing the 8 deaths and all that. But I loved having Mia pretty much being our anchor and perspective here, and her feeling underappreciated and undervalued because Win just comes in and like, help me do this kind of shit. And I really liked how North was able to have that handle on him. It's different than Hickman's, but not to the point of like completely and utterly different characters. It still works into how Win is kind of more freewheeling in those kind of instances, and Mia being brought into a kind of larger fold. Doom, of course, I think was more playing along the fact that he could use Mia and knew the exact kind of way to engage with her, because Win wasn't giving her what she needed, and her getting that kind of confidence in herself to actually help out and help the Sigils and then fight the demons with Win and getting teleported back and refusing Doom really cements her as a kind of awesome kind of character for me, magic-wise, and I would really like to see more of her shit go on. Like, I'm always partial to, like, Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange, and I liked Zelma when she was introduced in Doctor Strange's run, but and I liked Clea as the Sorceress Supreme. I would really be cool with, like, a Mia comic because she's got potential, and I want to see her do her stuff with, like, the fusion of science and magic when you see it in those kind of cool kind of contexts. So, I would be like, yeah, if they were like, hey, Mia, Sorcerer Supreme, I'm like, I can dig it. I want to see how this kind of works out and shit. So, those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.